Interesting. Okay.
Nope,
Okay.
can't hear anything. Unless I'm
Okay,
suddenly
so
struck deaf. Which, well, let's face it, who knows?
All right. Well, I'm not going to worry about it now.
I got
All
those
right.
sound effects.
Oh, wait. Actually, no. We do have to worry about it because.
What do you have to worry about?
Well, actually, you've got everything set up, right?
Yeah.
Mittens, don't jump into the ceiling fan, please. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is it? There it is.
Did you hear that?
Can we check audio?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay, let's check some audio in the audio lands.
Okay.
I'll let Kim check it.
I'm checking it now.
Check it.
I heard that.
I hear that.
All right. Maybe it just. Can you hear
Fucking deadly.
this?
No, I heard your
Yeah.
sound effect through the stream, but I didn't hear it on the thing.
Interesting. All right. Well, whatever.
Oh, I need show notes, don't I? Okay.
I think I know what my
I'm
problem
not
is.
hearing anything from Twitch, but maybe it's me, but I'm not hearing anything. So
I heard us.
I heard Kim.
Yeah.
I don't hear anyone. So, I mean, I hear us because of Skype, but I don't hear anything Twitch.
No, we're good. We're good on the stream.
Yeah, it's all sexy.
Okay.
It's all sexy.
That must be just me then, because I hear nothing. So
Let me just
All
check
right.
birthdays.
Testing the chat.
Birthdays. Events. Birthdays. Rosemary. Leslie Ann Todd Tuckerton. Elish Quinn. Point noted. Maggie Dunlop. Michael Heasley. Neil Wiley. Peter Duncan. Dan Napman on the 5th of January. Is that within? It is?
It is.
Dan Napman.
it is.
There you go.
My boss's birthday is tomorrow.
Hardly. Dan, and he is gonna be fucking Jesus.
Old.
I thought he was older. Sorry, Dan. Okay, and we can almost go live, I suppose. It's a minute to know. It's almost minute to. Hold on, let me fill in my notes. Stuff. Things. Okay. Yeah.
Clear
Okay.
as mud.
I'm going to do the intro about now, you sexy people. Recording, playing, everything is fine and dandy. There's chatters chatting. There's beeps going that are unfamiliar.
And I am recording, so we're
I'm
done
gonna
on
hit
that
the
note.
magic music right now.
Whee! Yay!
Just had it stuffed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started. Medic! I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Oh, shit.
Finishing the year out in grand style. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 715 of the Overseas Connection podcast. It is December 30th. We are just about a week past Christmas and right on the precipice of a new year. but it's the same old show. We are on every Sunday, 9 a.m. in the. It's not even Sunday. I can't even say it's the same old show. It's Friday. Yeah, we're doing a special podcast because we're not going to be here on Sunday, but normally we're here on Sunday. So 9 a.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. in the West Coast, 4 p.m. in the East Coast, 3 p.m. if you're hanging out in the really, really cold part of the U.S. But today it is Friday. So we're doing it a little bit different this week, and it's because end of the year we wanted to just get something into your ear holes, let you listen to us talk one last time before we can officially say it's 2023. So that being said, we are on Twitch, we are on YouTube. We will also do an audio version, so you'll get this special podcast whenever you're ready for it. And speaking of being ready. On the podcast today, Kim Woods. Kim, you were way ready for the podcast.
I was. I am shocked at myself. I guess I missed you bastards or something. So here I am. Happy to be here. Yep.
Excellent. Happy to have you here. And travel planner extraordinaire Robin Tate on the podcast.
Hello, everybody. Happy Christmas to you and a forthcoming new thing. I hope you have all had a fantastic Christmas and none of you's got a bag of coal. In fact, I would have been happy to have a bag of coal this year because of the price of fuel. So I hope you have all had ate too much like me, drank too much ongoing, and had a rather festive time with family and friends.
I think it has been a pretty festive time. Well, thank you for being on the show, Robin. And, of course, my name, Greg DeLacy, Gamer Tag Murphy's Law, OC _ Murphy's Law
Tate,
on Twitter.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Robin Tate, and it's at Bongo the Scene, and I'm in Ballymena, blah, 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 Bongo's Bits and YouTube.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
To infinity and great. All right, here we go. We're going to get to story time. Robin, let's roll it. Story time. No, wait. No, never mind. Not story time. No, it's not, because we almost forgot him again. Dan Knappman is having a birthday. He is really, really, really old.
Yeah, you've had a really hard life, Dan.
How old is he? No.
He's
That
only
was good,
43.
Kim. That was good.
He's a young pup.
He's only 43.
It's the
But he's
beard.
got like the body of an 85-year-old.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you
no.
get lost in those wrinkles.
The irony is Dan actually bicycles a ton. I mean, and so I make fun of him, but I would not keep up with him on a bike. I'd just be like off the road dying.
Yep.
So
See, my problem is with that whole thing, Greg, is the stuff that they put on their bollocks and their bum to stop them getting chaffed. And I now, when I think of Dan on his bike, I know he's putting on that stuff on his bum before he does it, and that's terrible.
I mean, in fairness, I could easily keep up with Dan because I now have an electric bike, but that's it's kind of cheating.
Just a wee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got some scooters. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
All right. You want to talk about your scooter?
Oh.
Let's talk about your scooter.
Story time. Happy birthday, Dan. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday song. Oh, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Insert name here. Happy birthday to you.
Gentleman was not recognized.
Yeah, and there we go. And it's story time. Straight
Oh, okay.
into it.
But I didn't go down
Straight
this
into
one.
it? Are we talking over it, or are we?
I'm dancing to it. That's a hint.
Glad to be with you today.
Ding!
Well-oiled machine that this is.
Right?
All right. Let's talk about Christmas. It's
Sure.
a lovely time of year. We all we put our list together. We sent it off to Santa, which
We did? Wait, I sent mine off to Satan. That explains a lot. Oops.
it all makes sense now, Kim.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
As it should.
But yeah, so who was good? Who wasn't good? I made the naughty but nice list.
Oh, well, there you go.
What does that actually mean? You naughty
That
boy.
means I
Be
didn't
nice
do
to
enough
me.
bad things to get off the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
okay.
you've done the dishes or laundry or
Yeah. I kind of I do enough.
enough.
You got it.
Enough.
Yeah.
Enough. You got to make the effort
And
go a
really, what
step
that means
further,
is
Greg.
that my wife knew I was buying her enough stuff, so therefore Santa would reciprocate.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
that's how that
okay. Well, as good as for bad or not, but Judith and I were very strict with each other this year.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that was part of it. No, so
Was
we
it-
said
was
like
it belt
you know,
involved?
one thing only, Priscilla. So I asked for a mat. I got a mat.
A mat.
Yeah.
It's exciting, Robin.
Yeah.
Please tell me about your mat.
My mat cost £26.99. It's about so wide, and it sits underneath my cockpit, and it's quite about 8 feet long, and it has a logo on it.
Oh.
And I got what I asked for. Judith got
Okay.
a handbag. She wanted that handbag, and she gave me a choice of 2 handbags.
I'm going to guess her handbag did not cost £26.
One choice
Probably
was
much higher.
a handbag at £40, and one was a handbag at almost £200. I'll be happy with
Holy.
either of those. Don't worry. I don't mind. I don't care.
But you better lean towards the more expensive one. Otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey,
I know how that works.
Yeah, well,
Smart man. Did you buy both?
No, I bought the expensive one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but we didn't buy anything else. And the feature creep did happen with the kids, with Judith,
Okay.
because we were trying to be quite strict with that. The Secret Santa thing with all of the in-laws worked very well. My Secret Santa bought me a large bottle of Captain, and a nice gift set with a glass and a small bottle of Captain, and a bottle of nice Coke.
for traveling, of course.
Yes, of course, and some chocolates. So my Secret Santa did very well. I enjoyed
Okay.
that. That was quite good. So, but yes, I did very well to myself for myself.
That's the thing, and so
And it's
Cindy and I
ongoing.
in years past, we get to Christmas time and it was like nothing, but this year, right before Thanksgiving, actually, we kind of made a point of saying we're not buying one another stuff, or anything for ourselves anymore till after Christmas. So that moratorium was put in place. It was very difficult because like a week after we did that, my fucking headset broke. For gaming, and so I
You
pulled
bought the one,
a
the LS50s, was
yes.
it? The one that I bought?
Yep.
The one, yeah.
Yep, I have the LS50s now.
Cool. They're
So,
nice. Nice.
I like it because I can actually hook it up to the Bluetooth and then actually stream a podcast on the Bluetooth right into my headset while I'm still playing a game,
And answer
and I
the
hear
phone?
both audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And answer the phone as well, which is
Yeah,
kinda
yeah, yeah. You can answer the phone, although I just ignore those calls, to be honest.
cool. Yeah, well, especially at lunchtime. It's your lunchtime.
Yeah,
It's your lunchtime.
Kim, what about you? What
Oh, well, I got the normal stuff. I mean, I got like hand lotion and body wash and that sort of thing, because we drew names. Like the girls drew the girls, the guys drew the guys, and my sister-in-law got me this year. And I don't know, I got a big old like sugar cookie smelling candle. She even got me some toys for the cats, which I thought
Okay.
was kind of funny. I got the usual, present you'd buy somebody that you're
Shit.
not really sure
Pile
what
of
to buy
shit.
them.
Pile of shit.
Kind of. I mean, I'm not
So
saying
you
that
didn't
you
get
got me
socks though,
shit.
right?
No, I
nobody
actually,
nobody
I
got
did
socks.
Get socks. No, I
You
got
did?
socks. I got beer socks.
Beer socks.
Yeah, hold on a minute. I'll grab them. They're over
Okay.
here.
I know what's one of the first years I didn't get socks.
I don't think I've ever gotten socks for Christmas. Save maybe for back when I was living with my parents. I was like, 15.
I mean, I guess I'm glad she didn't get me underwear, but yeah.
My mother-in-law got me socks usually, but because of the Secret
No.
Santa this year, that didn't happen. So
We might have to do
Did
that.
I ever tell you guys that? And I don't know why. Those are nice
Oh.
beer socks. I'm
Beer
not sure I ever shared this story, but back when I first met my new father-in-law, it was like right around Thanksgiving, and I had come over, and he loved to get deals online, and apparently he went shopping online for underwear, and the underwear was too small for him.
Oh, God.
It was like fucking size 50.
Oh, wow.
And he gives it to me, and he's like, "Do you think you could use these?" And I'm like, "What do you think? I'm a fucking
polish a
elephant?
car.
Oh, what do you want me to put it on over my head?" I'm like, "What?"
Oh, poor man.
So yeah, it was good. It was good. Okay, so Santa was actually really good to me. I got a bunch of collectibles to go with my headset.
Lovely.
So it's a little bit of show and tell right now.
Okay.
So first up is I now have a Halo Pelican.
Oh, very nice.
Oh.
Yep, that will go with my I think it's the Infinity that I have. Then next up, this is from Battlestar Galactica, the Raider.
I have one hanging over here, but not as big as that. Yours is bigger than mine, but that's pretty fucking normal.
It's been known to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that will go into my display box over here. I was just talking to Kim. I need to find a tall, clear stand for that. So
No.
that can.
You
that
need
can
to
go
do
on.
what I did. You get some fishing line, clear fishing line, very thin as you can, and hang it from the roof as if it's flying.
Yeah, maybe that might work. And then lastly, and this was the big one.
Oh.
This is going to be hard to show without destroying everything.
Show. It's a robot.
Oh. Nice.
So this is the Punisher War Machine.
With
It weighs about 5 pounds. It's all die-cast metal.
Does it blow shit up?
He could blow shit up, I swear. But no. Instead, he will sit in my display case. I need to find a new spot for some stuff and do a little
Need a bigger
modification. But yeah, so
Need a bigger house.
boat.
Yep.
yeah, I need a bigger house. Absolutely need a bigger house. But yeah, so Christmas was good to me.
Well, good.
Punisher War Machine, yes. Is that John in the
Yes,
house? Or is
it is.
yes, okay. John's in the house. Howdy, John. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. All that good stuff.
Joysticks, yeah, John. Buddy. Okay, well, arrived just before Christmas.
Very nice.
I'm back.
Nice.
I was on an iPhone, 14 Pro. I just got it going today, actually. So
Okay.
that was that. And arrived today. One of these boyos, and an Elgato HD 4K Pro, which we'll talk about in a little while, because I have problems with this boy. And I treated myself to a set of Hausenved. I think that's how you pronounce it. Hausenved Sprint pedals. And they arrive
Okay,
about
then.
the 2nd of January. So they're
Sprint pedals for your rig?
My cockpit, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so a very, very good set of really £700 worth of pedals. So, yeah.
The question from the chat, what do the nudes look like on the new iPhone? Just asking for a
I
friend.
haven't, but it's got like the back of it. It's like, I mean, this thing weighs, it's about the weight of a brick. I mean, I was using the Samsung Galaxy Note Max, but there's these 3 big, massive cameras on the back of it. I don't know what they do. So I've got a cover arriving hopefully tomorrow for it, with a magnet in it, and then a thing in my car that I can just throw it up onto the little device that goes into the vents, and there's magnets.
Better
in
make
the
sure
case.
it catches. It'll break your windshield.
Yeah, but it's amazingly heavy. So yeah, I'm going through the whole process last night of transferring over all my data and getting used to the iPhone thing again.
Yeah,
nice.
well, the whole bezel on the iPhone is all metal, isn't it?
Everything, it's all, this is all gold. It's a gold one. Gold. So gold.
Fancy.
I just thought, this
Fancy
is the
pants.
year of gold and Vegas, like sparkle. Vegas, baby. I need a gold phone for Vegas. So.
Hey, let's talk about that. Unless we have more to share from the Christmas take.
The kids got some good stuff. Charlie got his personal registration plate. CT05, so Charlie Tate 05, the year he was born, and Bop, because we call him Charlie Bop. So that's his new plate. I got a lovely book on the Apollo moon landings from Joshua. The boys from their mother got some of these electric scooter things, which are terrifying. There was a big debate about they shouldn't have these because they'll want to go out onto the roads on them, but I had a scoot up to the top of the lane on them there the other day, and wow, they're cool. So yeah, look, a good Christmas. We did the thing we did, worked very well. We had a nice Christmas, then we went round to one of my in-laws and had a nice Christmas evening, and then we all went out. You've seen the photographs of us in this big
massive gathering.
massive dinner,
Yes.
which was that was kind of cool. It was great. No dishes, no No getting the Brussels sprouts and cutting the arse off them and putting a cross in them and like 100
don't
times.
like Brussels sprouts.
All of that. None of that stuff was
Yeah.
done. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, it's just a nice Christmassy time. So
You know what was nice for me? I did not shower or change out of my pajamas
Oh,
on
dear.
Christmas until like 8 p.m. at night. It was a glorious day of just sitting around doing nothing.
There you go.
Watched a little
Sitting in your
football.
own
We
dirt.
watched Elf. Oh yeah, I reveled in my filth. That was,
I had to work Christmas.
bless.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No, as I said, I had a bit of an upset stomach on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, so I'm making up for it now with a glass of red
As
wine
you should.
or two and some rum, and I've got a nice bottle of Canadian whiskey. I've got some friends coming over for New Year's Eve tomorrow night, so we'll crack that Canadian whiskey. And
Nice. Just make sure your liver is in shape for
Do
Vegas.
you know what? I'm in bad shape at the moment, and I'm not worried about it until January the 2nd or 3rd, and then we're going to go at it properly again. So
Ironically, my wife has said the same thing. So
Yeah.
this will be a year of getting back
Oh.
in shape.
we were at the ice
supposedly.
hockey. We were at the ice hockey the other night, and I did talk about these boyos here. I think they came in a Christmas hamper. They are Christmas milk chocolate and cinnamon rolled tortillas. They are very weird.
Okay.
Crunchy cinnamon sugar tortillas, half coated in milk chocolate. They're very weird little things. They're like
What do they look like?
savory and sweet and
Yeah. All right.
like a
I'd
little
eat
roll.
those.
I can get behind that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of like a churro kind of thing, but not quite.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, they taste like churros. Yeah, that would be right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
When you
all right.
mentioned Vegas, let's talk about Vegas.
Let's talk about Vegas. So
it's
you
real.
sent me
I
this
sent
cryptic.
my itinerary. Yeah.
Yeah, your cryptic message comes to me last night, and it's just airline flights. And I looked at it a little more closely, and I realized, no, this has been booked.
This is real.
This is Robin's itinerary. So
I'm looking at
today,
the note.
I
The note can go in the bin.
Yep, I booked my flights for Vegas as well.
Yeah.
I've matched Robin's. So I'm trying. I get in slightly before you. I think I land in Vegas. I'm looking at it right now. It's 7:35.
Okay.
You get in right around
9 o'clock.
9:30 p.m. So I figured that I'll just stay at the airport. I'll hit the bar or something. There's plenty of bars to drink at in Vegas, so
Never
I will not have a
noticed.
problem with that. I'll
Yep.
wait, and then we'll go to the hotel wherever we end up staying. We're not sure yet.
No, I haven't done that. Right? Flights are the most
Yeah,
important.
we're thinking something central. So you think about the Las Vegas Strip.
Yeah.
It's a pretty long strip. You want something
New
kind of
Vegas.
in the middle. Yeah.
New Vegas, so
This way-
MGM Grand, or somewhere like that. There, Caesars,
Yeah.
wherever. The Venetian would do right, like one of those places.
Yeah.
Anywhere,
Yeah.
somewhere like
And then-
that sort of central location rather than Old Town Fairmount Street or something. So
Yeah. We don't want to go to Old Town. That's yeah.
I stayed in the
You'll
MGM
get-
Grand.
You'll get
when it
stabbed
first
in
opened.
Old Town.
Yeah, for taking photographs of those scantily clad.
I was actually at the Luxor, which is the Pyramid Hotel,
Oh yeah.
4 days after it opened. So that was, and I actually won the most money I've ever won in Vegas at that time. So I have positive vibes from the Luxor, but one thing I've learned is you don't go to the Luxor during warm season, especially if you want to go up by the pool, because the whole side of that building just
Oh, it just
becomes a
reflects
giant
it.
reflector. Oh my God, it's hotter than hell.
I don't
So,
care. As I said earlier on to you, as long as it's within staggering distance. But
Yeah.
yeah. And by the way, at the moment it's Greg and myself going to Vegas on the 19th.
This
that's
is
the
an
19th
open
of
invitation.
May.
Yes.
Anybody either in UK side, I mean, I booked my flights today, return from Dublin, and I'm sure going from England it's cheaper, but it was £360 return, which to Vegas and back, I think that's pretty good. It's not a 50 quid flight to Paris, but it's, to Vegas for a nice long weekend, and the hotel's pretty cheap as well. We'll just go out and have good crack, good fun. You're more than welcome. Anybody that's listening to this, you're more than welcome to come along down to Vegas, and we'll pawn you in the pawn shop or stuff like that there. And
Absolutely. And only the best crack. We're not none of that cheap crack. We're only getting the good crack. By the way, Robin, just so you understand,
Yep.
you actually land on the 18th, not the 19th.
Oh, Was that when, oh, you sorry, that's the Thursday. Yes,
Yes.
I went a bit. I looked at it last night and went, yeah, but that's Friday. That means I only have like Saturday night and Sunday night. So why not just come a wee bit earlier?
That's perfect. It's perfect.
And get in.
We'll get a hotel the 18th.
Get settled, and then we have all day Friday night. Recovering
Saturday, Sunday,
Saturday
and we wake
night,
up Monday with a
Sunday night,
hangover,
and just fly home on that red eye.
Yeah.
Red eye home. And
now the fun part, as I look at the trips.
Mm-hmm.
So and we'll get off this in a second, but this is the fun part. So flying out, it's almost like you go back in time, Robin,
Yeah,
because you
I do.
leave at 14:55, which is what 2:30, almost 3 o'clock.
Okay, I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
And you land at 2100.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's like a 5-hour difference ish.
It's weird.
Ish?
It is weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's like
yeah,
your flight is like what 14 hours, something like that.
something like that.
But you leave the 22nd and you land on the 23rd.
No, I did look at
so
the
it's-
flight and went, this is hand luggage only, so I'm coming with a small case. So
So am I.
So
yes,
frigate-
absolutely.
frigate. I'm not going
All
to pay
you
another
need is
70
your
quid each
thong
way.
for the pool.
Yeah.
So just pack your thong for the pool, the
Yeah.
banana hammock.
Yeah. If I have to buy t-shirts and throw them away, I'll be doing that, you know?
There you go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the cock cage may have to stay at home.
Okay.
Oh, my dreams are crushed.
But I say, look, please, if you have any inkling at all, and even if you haven't met us, come along. Be a bit of crack. If you're there for one night, 2 nights, or the whole weekend, come along. And we're going to do a live podcast from nowhere, and we'll podcast as we walk around. Yeah.
One of the funniest things I ever did was actually going to E3. I basically bunked with Steve Conger. We had never met in person before.
I remember.
But
yeah.
we had talked online, and we just said, screw it, we'll take a chance. Turns out he's an okay guy.
Yeah, and Chris,
And not a serial killer.
Chris MJW and I were the same thing as well.
Yeah.
There's been a few others over the years that I've never met and bunked in with. But that's just gay life. You just get used to that sort of thing. So, you know, it's kind of
That happens.
Yeah, monkeypox, here we come. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that now. And yeah, so yeah, that's just pressing the commit and hitting the credit card.
It's real now.
It's real.
It's
now.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've any interest
My
at all,
liver,
contact us.
my liver has already started to quiver a little. It's afraid.
I want to walk around and see the sights, Greg. I want to go to the Pinball Hall of Fame again.
Robin, we're gonna drink so much.
Oh, no.
And we're gonna gamble, and it's gonna we're gonna be like fiends. It's gonna be ugly.
I'm not a big gambler, Greg.
Oh, you are gonna be now. I can just see it.
Shit.
We'll be sat at the blackjack. We're gonna take over a blackjack table.
Shit. Do I need a separate pot of money that Judith doesn't know about there? Do I?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Barclay card, I've several credit cards.
Don't forget stripper money.
And Barclay card just sent me a letter today to say that we're cancelling my card. I think I've got £14,000 worth of credit on it to say because I haven't used it in 2 years. So
Just send them a message. Hey,
yeah,
wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Hold on.
Hold on there.
All right. Enough about Vegas.
Yeah.
Very exciting though.
Yeah.
It is.
Good.
It is happening.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah.
So Kim, the invitation's out there as well. You're welcome to come. You don't have
can
to have an
bunk in.
adjoining room.
You can
You don't even
bunk
have to tell us where you're staying if you want, but you can just spy on us. That's fine.
Yeah, you can bunk in. Sorry, I'll look the other way. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. That should be good. So, I got a bit of gaming stuff time in over Christmas. Did a bit.
Yeah.
A fantastic milestone was reached today.
Wow.
Today, no less.
Yeah, and I have to say that I am very, very pleased with what happened today because I'm filling and because today I broke a very big milestone as far as my racing stream went. So when I started this streaming about, what is it now? We're in December, so it was sort of mid-September, early September. I had a few little YouTube followers, But today we have broke a massive milestone, and the money will start trickling in years to come. And I broke the 100 subscribers today, and I'm now
Nice.
101. And do you know who pushed me over the hill? Greasy Fish Lips himself, Marty.
Awesome.
Well done.
He is number 101, room 101. So
Love it.
And you know what? It's a very small milestone, but over the there's been a few videos that have now started to take some traction, and the viewer numbers are going up and up. And there is I think the way this works, that there is almost a tipping point where it sort of gains its own traction. So that was the first sort of target. The next target really is 1,000. Then you can monetize the bugger. But yeah, I'm very chuffed with that. So thank you, Marty, and everybody, and just anybody that wanted to listen to my crap and watch me race and listen to and the older gentlemen that are racing along. I'm targeting the older, more mature people that are at this now, and that is my niche, or niche as you Americans would call it. So it's a niche within a niche, and I'm targeting those old fellas. So yeah, that's great. That was a good milestone for me today.
Hey, well, proud of you.
Yeah, I'm the next big thing. I've got this drink that just launched today called Prime, and the kids are buying it everywhere. Did you hear about Prime today? Did you?
No.
So a rake of popular podcasters, released this drink called Prime. And it was released in shops called Aldi in the UK. And literally, as they were coming in off the pallet, the kids were fighting each other to buy Prime, this health drink sort of thing. And it's
is it really a health drink?
No, it's not. It's just called Prime, and some YouTubers recommended it. And literally, it's on the news today of kids fighting each other to buy Prime.
Craziness.
Yes, scary. Even my kids were talking about, let's get some Prime. Can we get some Prime? Unbelievable, the power of YouTube. So I'm there. I've got 101 subscribers now, so I could say cock cage, and they're all going to buy cock cages now.
Yep.
I don't know what to do with that.
It's frightening to think that some of my people that watch me this new racing, they also know I do the podcast. So God help you, boys. Great, see you on the track.
Hey. You know what? I'm all for the cross promotion. Happy to lend a hand, as well as get some pollination back.
Yeah.
And if we have people coming in, wanting to get a Prime review of the drink, I think that needs to happen, Robin. I think we need to have an official Prime review.
What will I call man? Bongo. There already was one. I could rebrand the one that was called Umbongo and rebrand it again as the drink of racing. Get that cheap again. Anyway, so that's it. So look, when are you back at work?
Technically, I worked today. I worked half day today. We're off on Monday, so it'll be a long weekend. I'm good with that.
I can't work out whether I'm back on Tuesday or Wednesday. I haven't really looked at it. There is some talk about Wednesday, and I might just stretch it out until Wednesday. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I've got now. January is pretty busy for me because I've got 2 big sales meetings. One with the parent company, but it's later in the month, and then with the sales team, I've got a big meeting with one of my major suppliers, like a yearly review in January. I've got a thing in Galway. Remember that really nice hotel room I stayed in, that beautiful hotel?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's back there again, and there's their annual conferences on in January. And there's also,
do they know you're coming back? And have they figured out it was you that defaced their furniture?
Maybe it'll be a different room this time. Okay. I wonder, I'll have to change that now. It'll be RT20. It'll be R223 now, won't it? And then there's, on that same weekend of a lot of those meetings, I've got to go to Italy for the CJIP, the ice cream show. Maybe you've seen me going to the ice cream show in Italy.
Right.
So I've got to go there because I've got a shopping list of things that I need to buy. Not just ice cream. So, January's going to be a very, very busy time for me. So if I have to push it off one more day, well, shit happens.
It's all good.
So be it.
They know where to find you. It's not like you wouldn't. Well, you might not answer your phone.
Do you know what happened? So the phone thing. Okay, so the phone thing. So I have two.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Finally. I have two, because it's a different sort of show. I have 2 numbers. I have an international number in the south of Ireland, okay, which is because I didn't want the southern Mexican people have to think they were dialing somebody in the
Right.
UK. And I have my UK number. And the reason why I bought the Samsung at the time was you could put in 2 SIM cards into it.
Right.
Okay, so that was nice and simple. Now, since that has happened, that was 2 years ago, things have moved on, and eSIMs are very popular now. And what an eSIM is your phone has your big IMEI, whatever it is, number in it,
Right.
and
Yep.
your in my case Vodafone tie the number to the phone, so you don't actually need a SIM in it. So, and then you have, because the iPhone, apart from ones that are available in Japan, this iPhone here only has one space for one SIM card. So, what I planned to do was have the international number on the SIM card and the eSIM on the phone. That was fine. So I spoke to the guy on the phone. I'm upgrading. Here's what's happening. He says, "Oh well, I'll tell you what we'll do." He says, "If I switch this to an eSIM now, it's going to switch your phone off. So that's no good to you, because your phone probably won't arrive until just after Christmas, because it's going to have Christmas holidays and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll send you a standard SIM, and once you get it, then you phone up, and then we can change it over to the eSIM." Of course, within hours of me having that phone call, I got a text message in to say, "Thank you for ordering your new eSIM, and your handset will arrive within 24 hours." So my phone was switched off. So all Christmas, I haven't had my UK number whatsoever. So it's only today that I got it all set up and done. So, and it's just amazing how many things you rely on that number for. Like I had to go into the online banking, and of course it sends you a text to verify your
Right.
Yep.
So many things. So but it's sorted today.
Yeah.
So
Good,
that's that.
Good. So now, how many phone numbers do you have, and how many of them does Judith know about?
Oh, I've just 2 numbers. I'm not one of those dodgy boys that carries 2 phones. I'm a hidden dodgy man. I've got 2 numbers.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just carry it in the same phone.
The thing about it is these days you can have multiple numbers. You can have multiple eSIMs in a phone now. So you could have 6 numbers all in the one phone. You don't have to be the dodgy drug dealer guy anymore. You can hide it that you're a drug dealer.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what now, Greg Delacy, on this Christmassy, New Year's Eve type thing?
Well, we could talk about some of the other stuff that we've. So I know you didn't really get a whole lot of playing time in, Robin. But you did get your racing in. Yeah. Anything else beyond the racing?
Well, I need to talk a wee bit about the racing because the championship season finished. The 12 season races done, which I was sort of qualified for 6 of them, but even then with those 6, I finished 432nd out of 2,500 people out of my 6 races done. So I'm very, very pleased with me. Not so bad, not too shabby. And last week, the week sort of just before Christmas, when the season ended, I had some fantastic races. Really, really good, really intense, some great finishes. But I had put in the practice, and that's the thing. So the new season, the dates were just announced yesterday. The season starts on the 2nd of January, and over the last day or two, I've been practicing the first track, which is Brands Hatch. I have changed my car. My McLaren, my Macca, has been parked. I am now in a Mercedes-Benz AMG class, big monster of a roar of a machine. It's a big, fat, heavy, roaring machine. Very, very different to the car that I drove in the last season. And I'm quite pleased with that. I've done some nice little videos about it. So that's happening on the 2nd of January. Now, I did get this here. So what I wanted to do was try and change things about a bit. And I was getting a bit of flickering with the streaming software. Now, the machine's very heavy, and I'm not sure whether it was the software or not. It's like it's Stream Deck or Stream something on top of OBS. And I'm not sure if that was a problem. So quite a lot of the fancy guys, they will use a separate PC for streaming. Okay, so so that handles the streaming, but how you control that is a bit of a cabling challenge. And one of the the ways that they said you could quickly do this is with this device, which is an Elgato 4K 60 Pro. Buy it now and we'll get £50 million because we're recommending it. Anyway, it's a PCI card and it goes into the machine that I'm talking on now. And what happens is the output cable from your racing machine, it goes into an input in this card. Okay? And then that captures the 4K and the audio, which you then drag into OBS, and away you go. And then there's an output on the card, and then that goes from here into the monitor. Now, for all those nerdy people that are just playing PUBG and other types of games like that, yeah, that's fine because they're playing on a single screen. My challenge is that my racing is on 3 screens. It's a triple screen and the picture is spread between the 3. So when I take the monitor cable from the middle screen, I know, this is complicated, the middle screen and send it back again, it doesn't split the signal into 3 any longer. It's splitting it into 1. Oh. So that means my triple screens are broken. I brought I came in and Judith went to the spa with some of the kids. We've got an extra foster kid tonight and she took me to the pool. So I had an extra hour while she was there and I got some of the big cables out and plugged it in, and that's the problem. Now I think I have at the dinner table I had an A4 piece of paper and I was drawing diagrams of cables here and there and everywhere, and I think I have a solution, which I'll try after the show, which is to take the middle screen and put it into an HDMI splitter and split it off and send it to this capture card.
Okay.
And then have one of the feeds straight into the monitor so it's not going there and back, so it might fool it into thinking that it's the one signal. I've searched on the internet and it doesn't seem to be a problem that people have because they're mostly PUBG and Fortnite players, the one screen, and they think it's class. But I would like this to work because that would be kind of cool. And the idea was that I was going to get, if that had worked straight off the bat, I was going to get another screen sitting to my left on the ground at portrait shape, so I could see the OBS feed and the chat while I'm racing. So yeah, I'm hoping to get it worked. I love problems like this. They're frustrating. And Judith's at dinner, they're like, "What's wrong with you?" "Judith, I've got a problem. Look, this diagram. Look at these. There's pictures and lines going over. I don't understand what you're talking about." "Yeah, I know, but here's what the problem is." So, yeah. Okay, Greg, if I can't get it to work, this is a $200 or $240 card.
Do not send that to me.
If it doesn't work, it's going back. If I can't get it to work, it's going back. It's supposed to be the best thing ever, I
get it. You're gonna have a dedicated machine. You need that for your setup. I do get it. I do get it.
No, I don't really need it, but I want it.
I want
it.
I know. I was just messing with my soundboard because I realized that on the Steam Deck you can actually have multiple pages of sound effects.
Yep.
And then I realized that the sound effects weren't setting up properly. So while you were going on about fixing your Elgato Stream Deck card, I was fixing my thing. So now I've got hopefully you can hear this.
Yeah.
Maybe you can or can't.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So there we go.
But then one of the nice things about the Stream Deck is you can throw your sound straight onto it as well.
Yeah.
Which I do on the stream when I'm racing. Like, dick move, when somebody does something dicky, you're into it all the time there, dick move and denied.
Well, and this is I was going to play this earlier when you were talking about your racing.
Okay. Don't hear it now. No, don't hear anything.
No, you're not hearing it?
No. Do you hear anything, Kim? I don't hear anything.
Yes, I hear it.
Fuck you. Yeah,
I hate you all.
Sounded like me the other day. Yeah, so there you go. There's that. That's
all
that.
right.
I know.
So,
so I gamed. Did you game?
Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just I was just catching up on the chat a little bit. Okay.
Mashed potato.
I was
mashed potato.
thinking of the Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where the guy's sitting there with the mashed potatoes and he's scraping out the
Oh,
rock.
yeah.
That's what I was picturing with Robin trying to figure out his diagram with mashed potatoes. You know,
It's kind of accurate, isn't it?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did get some gaming in. Solasta and High on Life have been really the two games I've been playing the most.
Yeah.
Solasta, absolutely D&D adventuring. If you like that kind of thing, this is your jam. If you don't, stay clear. Trust me.
Trust him.
High on Life, this is a really funny game.
Trust him.
Tony wants to play High on Life.
Pleasantly surprised. There's quite a bit of cussing, just so you know. So two things. One, you can adjust the settings on it so you can tone down the frequency in which you hear like the weapons or your enemies talking. So it cuts down a little bit on the amount you're going to hear and the repetitiveness. I think that's the important part. But the writing is actually all quite clever. And I think one of the funniest moments for me was actually a glitch in the game that happened where, and I think I talked about this last show, but
Yeah.
I started up the show and there's a character creation moment where you're supposed to basically select what your character looks like. And you're talking with your sister at the time. And your sister just starts going on and on and on. If you don't do anything, she's just rattling on about her life and her friends and Jimmy's dating this girl and now I don't know. And she starts just sounding like your typical teenage girl, just rambling at the mouth. And I was just like, this is funnier than hell. And I'm thinking this is all part of the game, realizing now it was a glitch, but letting it play out was perfect because I really enjoyed that little dialogue moment. And there's a lot of those moments. You walk by enemies and they just start talking about different things. So it is the writing in it is quite clever. The game mechanics itself, it's a solid game. It's not doing anything earth-shattering. So you're not going to be like, oh my God, these are the greatest first-person shooter controls ever. Because they're going to feel very familiar. And you're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah. This is shoot. This is, this is crouch. This is jump. Okay, great. There's a grapple. Okay, got it.
Did you do any online stuff with folk? I know you were calling out for people the last day or two.
We did get in a little bit online on Wednesday as well. So Halo, again, it's just been the go-to. But I also played some Modern Warfare 2 last Friday with Snoogans. Got in a quick session. So it's been a very light but fun week of gaming. It's kind of perfect.
I have a sister.
I have a sister.
Yeah, she is older than me.
Yeah.
We don't get on. And when my phone came back on live today, there was a text message from her to wish me happy Christmas. And at that point, I remembered I had a sister. Is that really bad, isn't it?
So I mean, is this a you just don't get along, or is it like the relationship is broken, like
always
irreconcilable differences?
Yeah.
I would implore you to try and fix that.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Just from the standpoint of
tried, been there, done that.
I know, but you never know.
Yeah.
And as we get older in life, things start happening, and then there's going to come a point in time where you're going to wish you had solved it, you had worked it out.
I will say, I am speaking of siblings. I will say I was glad this Christmas that my youngest siblings actually got along with each other, and I didn't feel like killing both of them. So that was nice.
That's good.
Yeah, they don't necessarily get along. One thinks the other got away with more shit than he got away with, and it's it's all typical sibling type bullshit. But it tends to get a little aggravating during the holidays when they're all together. So this year.
I cut negative people out of my life generally that really pull it
Right.
down, and I know she's my sister, but that's not enough reason to be friendly. And I've been through the false stuff, and
it's hard when you don't like a sibling, you don't like a parent. I mean, we have that situation with Cindy, and kind of. I mean,
yeah,
I hear you. I had the same sort of relationship with my mother.
The false thing.
Cindy's with her dad. She does not get along with her dad at all.
The false thing.
And so,
the false thing gets me, and I won't go through the false thing to be pleasant just because she's related to me. So
I don't blame you.
Sorry, that's
life's too short.
Hey, no apologies to me, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I
you go.
now know you have a sister.
Thank you. There you
Right.
go, a sister.
That's something to do.
It's
Yeah.
my older
Yeah.
sister. Yeah. My
Hey.
older sister. Anyway.
Since we're talking about breaking news, let's talk about some news.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
We actually have some news.
Did it. Here's the news.
All right. So, Robin,
Wait. Hold on. Be
Uh-oh.
professional. Let's be professional.
The first time always.
It didn't work. Okay, there it is. Go now. Go. 3,
there's a
2,
bevy of
1,
news, Robin.
go.
This is your job.
I haven't even.
Oh.
Okay, I'll do that now.
See, yeah, see how easily he forgets. He's takes a little bit of time away. Suddenly,
Old age is getting to him.
I know.
Wow! Microsoft Activision Blizzard Phase 2 merger inquiry. The summary of responses from the members of the public to the issues statement. We invited responses from the public to the CMA's issue statement with a deadline of the 28th of October 2022. And do you know how many emails we received? Not 1, not 2, not 100, but 2,100 emails during this period. And I'm not talking about women. Summary of views from members of the public: 4. Of the 2,100 emails that we reviewed, around 3/4 really thought Sony were shit. And they were broadly in favour of the merger. Around 1/4 were broadly, and about 1/4 were just dicks. And they were against the merger. No clear view was expressed for or against the merger by a small number of respondents because they didn't get the question. They were just asked in the street.
All right, so real quickly, just to set the stage, all of this news broke right around Thursday of last week. And that's because there was quite a bit of, I guess there was a deadline for Microsoft responding to the FTC on Thursday of last week in terms of their thing. And so a whole bunch of this shit just all vomited out onto the internets. So the CMA thing I thought was hilarious because they actually published. So it was a much bigger article. They actually published all the responses as well. So it was just ridiculous. But again, it just goes back to
This is class.
Yeah. So the CMA, they're publishing their responses to their email inquiry. I did find it funny that 3/4 of the people found it positive, and yet the CMA's stance still has been largely anti-deal. But then we got more goodies.
Goodness me. And Activision then responds to the FTC. And it's unbelievable. And here's some experts from that response. The gloves are coming off. The FTC's disregard for these benefits to consumers and the focus on supposed harms to Xbox's deep-pocketed competitors, that would be Sony, betrays a fundamental disconnect between the FTC's theories, a cable on your controller, and the antitrust law's underlying purpose, which is to protect competition, not competitors. The FTC is asking this court to protect the world's largest gaming companies from further competition from Xbox and thereby turning the antitrust on its head. Blinded by ideological skepticism of high-value technology deals by complaints from competitors, the FTC has not only lost sight of the realities of the intensely competitive gaming industry, but also the guiding principles of our nation's antitrust laws. Jesus Christ. Amen. Greed is good. That was awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
What a speech.
Yeah. That was quite a shot fired off by Activision, no less. But there was more, Robin.
So Microsoft then responds to the FTC and claims the attempt to stop is unconstitutional. Microsoft has issued its response to the FTC's Commission's lawsuit against its planned acquisition of Activision Blizzard. The FTC has claimed that the $69 billion deal would let Microsoft suppress its games industry competition. It's got a point. The company defended the proposed $69 billion buyout, defended its previous acquisition of Bethesda, owner ZeniMax Media, and justified its decision to make 3 future titles from the company exclusive to Xbox and PC. One of its core arguments, the FTC's approach to assessing the acquisition is unconstitutional, specifically violating the Fifth Amendment right to due process. Amazing.
There we go.
Amazing.
Also, sandwiched in between those two stories, happening at all this again on Thursday of last week, the AFL-CIO as well as the CWA, which are the 2 largest unions in the United States, both came out in favor of the Microsoft acquisition. Now, the important aspect to this is that some of the very outspoken politicians towards this Microsoft merger deal have been Bernie Sanders, who is very much a pro-union person.
Does he know what an Xbox or a PlayStation actually is?
I don't think so. I don't think he does. I think he sees big deal and he freaks out. But continue on, Robin. There's a couple other tidbits, one of which, by the way, just happened today.
My
it's the very
goodness.
last story.
So some US gamers have sued. They have had the audacity to sue Microsoft in a bid to block its merger with Activision. In a complaint via Reuters filed in a federal court in California, wouldn't you know, plaintiffs argued that the $69 billion deal could substantially lessen competition or create a monopoly in violation of the Clayton Act. Okay. The private antitrust action was brought by 10 video game players called George in California, New Mexico, and New Jersey. They jointly describe themselves as living in their basement, and they express interest and intent ensuring that the industry remains competitive with the utmost innovation, output choice and price constraints now and in the future. While most of the plaintiffs said that they play games in their basements on multiple platforms, 8 said they play games on PlayStation consoles compared to 3 who play on Xbox systems. Oh, goodness me. Seriously.
I don't even understand how this was allowed to go through, because the courts, the sole thing behind this is the FTC and their legal stance on this. So they're kind of the first line of defense. So I don't know how you could sue to block this prior to the FTC having ruled on it. It just, it's
craziness. But it's also been approved in another country. Seriously,
yes.
A country that we watch, we take their lead. They hold the temperature of the rest of the world, especially when you're having chili con carne. Chile regulator Fiscalía Nacional Económica approved the Microsoft purchase of Activision Blizzard on Thursday in a press release.
Well done on that
like
pronunciation, for the record. Yes.
In the press release, the regulator explained with other big third-party companies such as Electronic Arts, Epic Games, Ubisoft, and others, there was still plentiful competition. As other responsible regulators review the facts, we expect more approvals like this, one said.
Well, actually, that was the EVP of Corporate Affairs for Activision Blizzard.
Lulu
so, of course,
Mercevi.
Yeah. Lulu Cheng Mercevi.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's
Yeah.
bloody stupid. Seriously, we're not going over this again, but it's very funny.
It's comical to me. I have to freely admit that I am like enthralled with this whole thing of just watching this back and forth play out in public, because up until this point, I don't think we've ever seen one of these deals,
right?
Happen in a public forum. Hell, even Sony's purchase of Bungie, which was a big purchase.
Yeah, but the nuts of it are, if this is Coke and Pepsi, okay, and Coke is the only drink you can have, and that's the way it's going to be. The suits understand that. Coke, Pepsi, okay, it has to be a level enough playing field, I understand. But this is different, and what Sony are relying on here is that the suits don't really understand this. They don't understand that these games are available on multiple consoles, that the Sony side, they have their own exclusive. It's just nutty. It just is, and it's just the people that are making this money are the solicitors, the lawyers, all of those guys. They're making a mint.
God, yeah.
They're loving
Oh
it.
yeah.
Wow, that was
So, yeah.
good. And then
Good stuff.
the best part of it, I have to admit, was Fiscale Nacional Economica. That was the really best part. Kim, why don't you do the new releases?
Sure. I don't think there is any, so no new releases this week.
But we do have the link to 2023. We now know there will be
Right.
games coming out in the coming year. Real quick, and we won't spend much more time on this. I think we're going to wrap up shortly here. But real fast, one game that you are looking forward into 2023. It's expected to be there, so to speak. It could. I mean, who knows? Maybe it gets delayed or not. But what's one game you're like? And let's eliminate Starfield. We'll eliminate Starfield from the equation because I think that's a big one that kind of everybody knows. So give me one other game you are highly anticipating that you think is coming in 2023. I'll go first.
Okay.
To help. I don't
first?
know if I'm high. Yeah.
Go first.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I was,
Okay, you're
a little build
yeah,
up.
I know.
Allow me to
Okay.
to put some
Cogitate.
drama to this, Robin.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
Okay, drama.
You gotta play it up a little bit. So
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
I at first wasn't looking forward to this game, and now I'm leaning towards this game, but there's a fearful side of me. That's Redfall. I like the vibe of the game. I'm fearful it is going to be a just different skin to Left 4 Dead. And while I loved Left 4 Dead, my problem with Left 4 Dead is I needed the community to play Left 4 Dead. Otherwise, you couldn't play Left 4 Dead. So
Right.
So I want it to be something that I can play on my own time or with friends, and I'm very hopeful that will be the case, but slightly fearful that still may not be the case.
Okay.
Robin.
Diablo. The new Diablo.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
Absolutely, Diablo. I was going to say Harry Potter, but Harry Potter looks cool, but it mightn't be. I don't think it's going to be as good as people hope, because I think it's.
I
going
saw
to be,
an advertisement for it on TV for the first time. I was
think
like, whoa!
I think it might
it's
be
around the corner.
It might be just toned down a little bit for general players, rather than be a bit more gritty. But Diablo, yeah, absolutely, the new Diablo is one that I'll definitely play. So
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Kim.
Well, definitely Diablo. I'm looking forward more though to the Wolf Among Us 2.
Oh yes.
good call.
Yep.
Good
Yeah.
call.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
time for some. Baby
You know
Shark,
what?
Maybe Baby Shark.
I'm gonna revise mine.
Oh no.
Okay.
Cyberpunk DLC.
Oh, yeah.
Phantom Liberty, I think it's called, looks awesome. And so I love Cyberpunk. I really enjoyed that game, so I'm very much looking forward to that expansion DLC. So there we go.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right.
That's it. The year is done.
It is done. I think we are done. We're done for the year. Thanks to John Mouse for jumping into the chat. I don't know if he's still there or not, but appreciate that.
Indeed.
I really appreciate the three of you. I appreciate our podcast family. It's been a great year. 2023 will be another great year.
Hold on. The three of us? You
I'm
appreciate
talking about myself
the
in
three
third
of us.
person.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
We appreciate you
Appreciate
too, Greg.
myself.
I appreciate you.
Just appreciating everybody. Come on.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that was a good catch, Robin. Fuck. I'm not even drinking. That's the worst part.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm excited for 2023 because Vegas,
baby.
it has become like there's a renewed energy now in me for the coming year, and it's first half of the year, which I like.
Yeah.
So that's that. Life.
Yeah.
Just keep going, man.
Yeah.
Keep going. Kim, anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, you pretty well summed it up. I appreciate you guys. I'm glad to be here, and here's hoping 2023 is good for everybody. So. So
Good stuff.
Robin, are
Absolutely.
you going to buy more shirts that don't make sense?
I hope so. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I like my shirts. I like the t-shirts. Yeah.
Can I just tell you, I wear my Greg doing Greg things all the time.
Nice.
That's a good shirt. I a couple of days ago, I do this every year. I take a sheet of paper and I compare it to last year's piece of paper. Well, it's actually usually going online, and I write out personal and professional targets and things that I want to achieve over the year. And looking back at this year's one, it was pretty good. And I've written out the things that I want to achieve financially. I've written out sort of targets of things like personal stuff, like how much money I want to have in the bank at the end of next year compared to this year. How many holidays I want to have. Making time for myself and time for Judith for there. And there's certain professional and personal things that I want to achieve. So I would recommend anybody sit down and actually think about what you want to have out of 2023 and put pen to paper. Write down what would you like. Just don't muddle through.
Realistic, though, right? Realistic goals,
realistic.
not far-fetched.
Oh, all right. Well, fine.
Yeah, yeah, and give yourself something to work towards. But
Yeah.
commit to it. Commit to it and
Kim,
write a thing out.
It is a felony to trap Chris Hemsworth in an elevator for an extended period of time.
Because it is so easy to float through the world and
Yes.
and just let it go past and wonder what happened. And if you don't have a plan, you fail to plan, you plan to fail and all that sort of shit. And that's corny, but there's some truth in it as well. So take stock and write a list. Whatever I just said made a
Love the
live
to-do list.
viewer disappear. So anyway,
Out of here. They're going and making their list, Robin.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
so they're
it.
way off. So I'm looking forward to 2023. Professionally, it's going to be a very interesting year with this big new company that is now starting to put its hands on our company. There could be massive changes. I may not be working for these people in 6 months' time or 3 months' time, or I could be there until I'm 60. And as far as personally with my racing stuff's going on, I have a very clear plan of where I want that to go to, and I want that to try and give a good crack this year, but also to balance that with personal life, not to kill too much time away from family. The fostering thing is really going well. The documentary stuff is coming with the actors in the first quarter of next year. So, we have lots of plans this year. We're excited for the year, but I'm just taking it easy now for this last couple of days, and then we'll get stuck in. So I love what we do here. I love the podcast. I love this. I mean, we don't have thousands and thousands of listeners every week. We just don't. We have guys that are and girls.
It's our community
that are there, and we love them sticking with us. And sometimes the shows are better than others. We come off sometimes on the show and go, "Oh, that was a bit flat." I mean, sometimes I do, but sometimes I come off really invigorated. And I hope you get that energy, and that we are just us. We're not being people that we trying to pretend to be. Yeah, prime drink. Yeah, we're so cool.
Well, I do expect you to start doing that for the record.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, but we enjoy this for our own therapy as well.
Right.
It's 100%. That's what it is. It's group therapy.
Because there's things that we discuss here that we don't discuss with. I don't discuss some of this shit with Judith. I just don't. And she wouldn't understand, or she would frown, or.
Yeah.
And I hear it even when she's listening to some of my racing podcast stuff. She goes, "What are you putting that voice on for?" I said, I'm just excited. She says, "Yeah, but yeah." So there's that nerdy stuff that is a nice release that we can have, and I love you guys. I do.
I love you too.
I love you, Greg.
Absolutely. As
wanna
you
feel your
Kim
bum.
as well. Going a little far,
Well, at
Robin.
least somebody does.
Yeah.
So,
Going a little far. Hey, real quick recommendation for a television show. I was very, very mid on this show.
Okay.
It's called Ghosts.
Oh, yes. Yep.
So I started watching it and I was like, okay. The more I've got into it, the farther the episodes in. The writing has come around so much better. It is genuinely funny stuff. Nice sarcastic comedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good.
I've started to watch Jack Ryan again. I watched 2 episodes before and then sort of fell off, and I'm enjoying that. I'm well into it now. That's really good.
I fired up season 3, episode 1 yesterday and fell asleep within 2 minutes.
Okay, well that's Christmas time for you. I'm watching that. I rewatched June this week. The newer June. That's one that's a snooze fest film, but it's very impressive. I
watched Elf for the 50th time.
Oh dear.
I'm on Yellowstone. I gotta get started on that one.
Oh, new show coming out, 1923 with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks awesome.
There's a funny thing. So Christmas Eve, Corey and Taylor wanted to watch a Christmas movie. Now, every year, I told you before that Judith and I sit and watch Love Actually. And we're at presents, but I was blew out this year because she had it all pre-done and she got the machine with the sellotape and blah, blah, blah. I said, no, Judith, we'll watch Love Actually with the kids. Now, Corey is 14, 15 this year, and Taylor's just turned 13. And I forgot about how much tits and sexual stuff was in Love Actually. And, awkward. If you remember, there's the bit where the people that meet and there's like stunt doubles for porn movies, and they're doing the action and hold her breasts, massage her breasts, and Judith's going, Taylor, put your hand over your eyes. Yeah, that was awkward. Yes, Love Actually.
I will never forget. I was in I don't know, probably 6th grade, and we all went to. It was a Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder movie. The one where they're escaping from prison.
Okay, yeah.
Can't think of the name of it. Anyway, but this nude scene comes on, and my mom, literally smacks me up in the head with the hand over the eyes as I'm sitting next to her. The cursing was fine, but once the boobs came on screen, I could not see that. She practically gave me a concussion, and I'm like, "It's not like I haven't seen it before, Mom."
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah, you just cheeky little whippersnappers. I remember my father having the conversation, the talk with me.
Right.
And I must.
My dad attempted the talk. The talk went about like this. Hey, do we need to have a talk?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, about what? Well, about the things. And I'm like, we're good, Dad. We're good. Yeah.
I got the son. I want to have a talk to you about sex and stuff. This is Dad. What do you want to know? Dear
Love
it. Dear.
My dad was just like, well, if you need birth control, I'm like, yes, Dad. So
thank God for porn, because without porn, there would have been no directions.
I don't know, but back in the days, it was like VHS. It was VHS tapes that your mate had got.
VHS was the best porn in the world.
It was some nudie magazine that somebody had underneath their bed. And it was stuff like, I don't know, over here we had things called Electric Blue. So there was Electric Blue 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like, now that's what I call music. There was so many of them. Debbie Does Dallas was formative for me. That's, and again, just recently there, even Basic Instinct and the leg crossing, when I actually realized that she wasn't wearing pants, because I'm now watching in high definition, and tracking on VHS could never really work. It's amazing. Even trying to pause in Back to the Future when Marty was kissing his mum because you could almost see down her shirt, all of that sort of stuff. The internet
the things we used to do.
The things that, killed all of that sort of stuff, So, anyway, why are we talking about sex?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I think we're just talking about, hey,
happy
a great
New Year to the
Yes.
guys that aren't here. Phil, Pete, Rich, Nicole, all the guys. Mark, of course. Come back when you can. Next year would be a good year to think about that.
Right.
So, and Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll see you, and not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So, yeah.
Yep.
Ring us out, Robin. Ring us out.
OC, let me see, where is it? Baby Shark. No, that's not it.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. We are family. Oh, yeah.
Shark.
Family.
Hello, my fellow podcast.
No,
family.
we'll get a copyright
Okay, we
strike.
did that. And then it's OC. Outro! Happy New Year, everyone!
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.
You all have a victory's achieved. Victory's achieved. You have one. Victory's achieved.